One thing I have learned since we've moved out here to the farm and I'm working on all our different projects, I'm 70 years old, but I still have the ability to move around and have some decent strength and flexibility. And I'm reminded of an old guy I used to work with down in Auburn. I had dropped out of college after failing to play college football, doing odd jobs. So I was working with this old guy one day in a hayfield. He worked me into the ground. The old man was just never slow. He was never fast. He just worked all day long. And I asked him, I said, how do you stay at this? It's hot. These bales are getting heavy. And he looked at me, kind of raised his hat up, yeah, white-headed, older guy. And he said, son, just because there's snow on the roof doesn't mean there isn't a fire in the fireplace. I'm not sure what he meant by that, but I think now that I'm 70 and kind of white-headed, I kind of get his drift just a little bit better. You just have to stay at it. That's all it is. It's Wednesday here on Blue Sky Farm. About 9 a.m. the temperature has warmed up to about 30, maybe 31 degrees. I think it's time to get started finishing off our section of fence here. First thing we're going to do is go in, take the trim back off, put our full set of screws in and just tighten everything up, make sure we're finished with that, put the trim back on, and then we'll finish this section off. And then we're going to move over to the opposite side and get started putting in another corner post. Hang around, we'll probably fast forward through this, but let's get everything going this one. Let's get rolling. Another good straight cut, maybe. That is 74 inches on the button. Boy, right in the middle. Like it. Looks like we have made enough progress here to call this side of the fence good. Put the trim back up. I've got them cut already. Put the trim on here. This cut wasn't the greatest. I may have to come back and adjust that. And actually, I think I will. No need in taking a shortcut. Of course, I'm out of screws. Perfect. How did my glove manage to get full of leaves? What's up with that? Dead center. Perfect. I think the thing we can do now that we're finished with the boards, the leaves are still just pouring out of my gloves. But anyway, I think the thing we can do now is measure these tops. After looking at it a little while, I think the line is too much. I think that's too much reveal. I'm probably going to take a couple inches off of that. I can always come back and trim it more, but we're going to cut a block, take a look at that, then mark all of them. Take a quick break here, and then we'll come back and start calculating on this corner post, because it's really important to make sure that the corner post obviously is wide enough to fit the gate. A 16-foot metal gate that I've measured that we're going to buy is actually 188 inches, and the opening for 12 feet is 16 feet is 192, if I'm not mistaken. So we have 4 inches of play there. I think that's appropriate. If we have to, we could put a board in that the gate can close against. But anyway, I think that is the right place. And from there, once we get that measurement done and we start digging the hole and we get it set, we can run a string and we can start this whole process over here. It'll be much simpler. It's just these 1, 2, 3, 4 posts plus a corner post. No different arm going down. That'll come later as we finish off the run of the fence. All right. 40-pound bags are much easier to manipulate. So now I think we're in a good position to run our fencing this way. We've got to take several measurements. We want to make sure we get the same distance away from the blocks and basically the same distance down. We'll match the straight run of the fence along the road with the same distance from the outside pillars there. I think that's the way we decided to do it. So let's just go do a few measurements. Not exactly my strongest skill set, but we'll see how it works out. I should have listened in math class. How can that be level? Wow, perfectly level. We have a plan, but I think the key is putting that end or last corner post. It'll be the corner on the long run of the fence, like this is a corner on the short end. And it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 posts and a corner post. I hope. Now those posts are going to be naturally higher as they're going uphill, right? Sure. I think we're good there. I got that corner post in. We'll go get some water, set that. Then we'll take our measurement of the distance. It should be the same as over here, or very close to it. We'll work on that right now. Okay, we don't need this anymore. So we have reached the ending point for today. Corner post, the other 4 fence posts up. I think tomorrow we can knock this out in a couple hours, with trim included. Been a long day, so why don't we call it quits for today. Good afternoon, everyone. We are back out to try to work on our final section of fence before we put the gate up. I'm not sure you can tell here if you look down this line. Yesterday, maybe I was just not thinking, or maybe it was just rush. Made a mistake with that line of posts. I had my string, as you see here, barely see it here, on one side of this corner post, the string on an opposite side of the last post. Well, that put me about 5 inches off. So the posts go down and they hook back to this side. I'm not sure what I can do, but I'm going to try to get away with just digging up 1 or 2 posts. They're not in concrete, so it shouldn't be the end of the world, but that's what happens when you make mistakes. You got to start over. So I'm going to move the string, see how much the damage is, and see if I can fix it. Try to fast forward through some of this so it moves along. Let's get everything rolling. So let's put up a bottom row, see how that works out, and see what adjustments we have to make. It'll be one board with a 45 cut on it. The rest of them will be straight. We can cut them to length. The length is not going to change. We'll just see how the bottom boards fit. Inside of the corner post, that's where it goes. Good. Got it. All right, now that should stay put. Can I cut that? Yeah, I can cut that. Thinking about going on and putting these 3 boards because they've got the 45s on them. Get them cut, get them measured, then make my run to the end. And that's what I'm going to do. Perfect. What does that look like? Dead center. Goodness gracious. Okay, here's where we are. Got our bottom row completely done. The 45s are cut on the corner post. So we've got 2 45s to cut. 2, 4, 6 boards. We're going to take a little break. Then we're going to come back and finish off the board run. Then we'll see what time we've got left in the day. We may try to do a little bit more trimming. I'm not sure we're going to have enough battery to cut the 45s, but we'll just play that by ear. The touch. Does that need to come up? Okay, we are at the point of just about stopping today. I'm going to try to get this trim up. It's just a few pieces. I think I can cut them all and just screw them in real quick. I'm going to take the string down here. I've already got the tops marked. We'll knock this trim out. We'll come back when we finish. There is the front side. So let's back up and take a view at how the gate opening looks. There's the fence from the left side back to the gate opening. The right corner post down to where the fence will turn and go all the way to the end once I win the lottery. Fence building. It wasn't always pretty. It wasn't always easy, especially when you put things like a string on the wrong side of the board. But we survived it, and I am really kind of enjoying the way it looks. Didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would, and I'm really happy to have gotten the experience of getting this thing done. Weather's really nice out here. It's probably 50 degrees. So we had a good afternoon. It's getting a little late. I hope you guys enjoyed this inexperienced fence building project. And if you like the video, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you want notification of other videos, hit the subscribe button. But we would also love to hear your comments. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. We'll try to do something Saturday maybe, get another video up. But until then, take care. We'll see you soon. We are out of here.